Cinna.
Continuing forward on this adventure of Daredevil Born Again, thanks so much for coming back. We are on episode 4. If you want to watch the whole thing with us without any cuts or interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cinejump. I almost said Jaby. That's antiquated. Patreon.com/Cinejump or go to cinejump.com. Either URL will get you there. You will need your own Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode side by side with our reaction. We give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it's like you're watching with 2 of your favorite pals from the internet. All right, let's get into this. Episode 4, here we go.
It's gonna be the necklace. No. Okay. Where's the necklace? There it is. Is it gonna flash?
Sorry about your client,
No.
Murdock.
Yeah, me too. So 9mm to the temple, execution style, no room for error. What else?
The right side marginal abrasion. High velocity jacketed, maybe even custom.
Single kill shot at extreme close range and no one found the casing.
Hey, it's not on the body, it's not my problem.
What a response.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I want to see my uncle, Hector Ayala.
You're not supposed to be here.
It's okay, Angela. He's right.
You got him out of jail. A lot of good that did him, huh?
Yeah.
I want to see my Theo. I want to see what they did to him.
You know, trust me. It's best you remember Hector the way he was. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you don't want to see him that way.
They killed him, didn't they? Please.
We don't know. We don't know that, Angela.
It seems plausible.
Yeah.
You ain't dumb. He got in the middle of something. Busted up a fight with his mask off. Asshole cops were dirty. You got him out of jail. They put a bullet through his head. You don't gotta be good at math to put one and one together, you know?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I hate them, Mr. Murdock. I hate this city. No one's doing anything about it, and no one's ever gonna do anything about it. Because he was just Hector from the Heights, and they're the fucking cops.
Ugh.
This is going to put him over the edge, you think?
Yeah.
Put the mask back on, dude. It's time.
You have to believe that someone will find his killer, okay? We have to believe it.
Or what? Also, this little girl was great.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Matt to be like, it's gonna be me.
Oh, who's this? Oh. You look new.
Freaky.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What an intro. What a beginning. Oh yeah. I'd go here.
I have never seen a bartender be into the music at the club. Maybe I'm at the wrong clubs.
I can't, BB. I think I gotta take off.
Oh, hello, young people.
So, I gotta go.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Any normal job, we would take a few
Trying to loosen him up to get information.
minutes, sleep on the train, take a shower, go to work, and do it all over again.
Right. You're only young once. Let's go.
Absolutely not.
Dude, and working for Fisk is...
What can I say? I love the guy.
Oh, God.
Gross.
She just took it from him.
Oh, it's this new tech company with this dope recycling ideas, you know?
Okay.
Oh, he's just so sweet.
Would actually decrease garbage output.
Okay, but isn't the...
I know you're gonna say union contracts, but no. We're gonna start with the ports. Dual jurisdiction. It's genius.
He's saying too much.
Can we at least get some food?
Good plan. Good plan. Pizza.
He's gonna get in so much trouble.
Oh my God. I want to go to this party.
Staten Island Ferry.
Okay, bye.
I'm always waiting for something to go horrible in this show.
That was a nice shot.
You want butter toffee or caramel with peanuts?
Are these boxes evidence?
Nah, the mother boxes was evidence. I paid for this shit.
Hey, seriously, nothing for fatty.
Okay, get your ass up.
Let's go.
I'm afraid for him.
Incoming call from Kirsten.
You better take that.
This is terrible timing, but I need you downtown today.
Understand.
You're gonna like this one. It's Leroy Bradford from the city docket. I'm underwater on this Madison case, and we owe them a freebie this month.
Oh, okay.
You had me at freebie.
He's always doing pro bono.
He's like, I live for the pro bono cases.
I thought we might spend some time on something we need to get out into the open.
She looks so bored.
This is going exceptionally well.
Adam.
I'd rather not.
But I would urge you to sit in the discomfort and Maybe just for a moment we
They're a
can
little closer now.
acknowledge the affair.
Ridiculous term. A dinner party. Betrayal.
You were gone. I didn't know when or if you were ever coming back.
You knew. You know me.
Okay, let's have the fight.
That was a betrayal.
You know why.
Let's let Vanessa speak for a moment. Tell me about Adam.
Oh.
Why?
What you were feeling. Why him?
Oh.
He was there.
It was his hands.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. No one wants to hear that.
Why?
His hands drew
Oh, because of
beautiful
art.
sketches. I mean, just.
Is she
not?
It was like
Is she trying to get this dude killed?
At a garage sale. It was just. He wasn't part of my husband's world.
What world is that? Politics?
Business.
Garbage disposal. Or,
Has infidelity been
whatever it's
part of
called.
your marriage before this?
Absolutely not. Never.
You left.
But he
It
didn't.
felt like taking half of me away.
Okay, but he didn't cheat on you.
Did that trigger something for you, Vanessa?
My father.
Oh, it's always an abandonment issue.
He drank. He gambled. His behavior aided my mother.
Did he never hear this before?
No, I don't think so.
I needed to feel alive, not crushed down.
Okay.
When you left, you hurt me.
You never told me.
I never had a reason to.
I assume you want to move forward from this. Did you end the affair?
I never had the opportunity.
Oh.
What?
Did he already take care of it?
Did something happen?
We don't talk about that.
Did you confront this man?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, look at her.
Oh.
We had a dialogue.
With your fists?
What kind of dialogue?
Clarifying one.
Would you like to be more specific?
No.
This is just window dressing. I know you. Your methods are much more direct.
No, they were, not now. It was a conversation. That's all. There's no expression of ill intent.
Money?
I did tell him how I felt about you. About our marriage. And I told him that I couldn't fathom a life of meaning without her.
Is that what he said?
And where is Adam now?
At the bottom of the Hudson River.
Swimming with the fishes.
I want to go back to the first question I asked you during our intake. Are we here to dissolve a marriage or preserve one? I want you to think about it. Really think about it before I see you again.
Our therapist lady's sharp. She's got to know what's going on.
Forgiveness isn't just the highest act of love. It is the only way forward.
Right.
Good work today.
She has to know.
But also, do you want to know? If I'm a therapist, I'm like, look, I don't want to know what your business is.
I'd love to speak to Vanessa alone for a moment, please. Just the two of us.
Oh, is this normal? You're not supposed to take sides.
If she thinks that there is a abuse happening,
Oh.
then perhaps.
Do you feel safe in your marriage?
See?
There. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you think?
She's the bigger threat to him.
How sweet of you.
Mm-hmm. She's like, you sweet summer child. No.
My husband is capable of many, many things. Some of them extreme. Harming me is not one of them.
Nope. Until he is capable of that. That's the scary thing.
In my head, she's the only person who could take down Fisk without lifting a hand.
It's true.
As I understand it, you've been charged with petty larceny, which is a Class A misdemeanor. Complaint against you alleges you stole approximately 5 boxes of fiddle-faddle from a bodega.
Well, I didn't do it.
Okay.
I said I didn't do that shit.
Okay.
The thing is, the bodega where this allegedly occurred has a
Camera.
surveillance system
Yeah, exactly.
involving many cameras.
But I paid for that shit last week.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really work like that, Mr. Bradford. Generally, you pay for what you buy that day.
Then they all lying on me then. You hear me? Also, I saw them cops eating 2 boxes of that shit.
Now that I'm entirely willing to believe.
Then how come they don't arrest themselves for stealing?
Maybe they should have. But the complexity of that aside, we're here because they arrested you.
Right.
Could it have been a scroll?
A scroll?
Nope. And the bigger problem we have is your rap
question.
How come you guys always gotta bring that up?
Did he say scroll or squirrel?
Scrawl.
If you decide to fight the case with the video evidence, your rap sheet, history of bench warrants, the judge will almost certainly set bail, which means unless you can pay the
I
bail,
look like I got money to
you're
you.
going to sit in jail until this whole thing is over.
Dang.
You a cop-out lawyer?
If you take a plea.
No.
Okay.
You better go out there and get me my probation.
I'm gonna really try here, Leroy. Let me be clear. Probation is not gonna be on the table.
This is my case, and I'm going home on it.
Okay.
Go out there and do your job and get me some probation.
Dang.
Yeah, let me see what I can do.
See? See, that's funny. Because you can't see shit.
You don't know.
Sorry.
Who's this?
Sit down, Murdock.
Morning, Sophia. I'm sure you look lovely today.
She does, yeah.
8357 Bradford.
Stole some caramel corn from a bodega.
Yep, that's the guy.
Looks like we went 30 days on this last time, so how about we go 35?
So the guy's looking for probation.
And I'm looking for Mr. Right. How about you remind your client that the whole point of deterrence is that
discredited penal philosophy, by the way, but okay.
is that sentences go up and not down when you continue to commit crimes.
Mr. Bradford's rap sheet would suggest otherwise.
Maybe we haven't been harsh enough.
Or maybe the whole idea relies on the theory that people are actually thinking about the consequences of their actions, which I can assure you, having spent a full 5 minutes with Mr. Bradford, he was not.
How about incapacitation? Let's just keep him off the streets for 35
Come
days.
on, Sophia. You really want to prove a point with some stolen caramel corn on Latvian Heritage Day?
How'd you know I was Latvian?
I'm pretty sure you snuck a piece of honey cake for breakfast. Heightened sense of smell.
I can imagine wanting to know a little bit more about that.
Plus, with a name like Azola.
Well, given your cultural sensitivity and your very impressive nose, I'll give your guy 20 days. The last time that he actually got probation, which was, by the way, 11 cases ago by my count, it only took him 2 months before his PO violated him for failure to report.
What can I say? The guy has strong preferences.
Yeah, well, so do I.
Ooh.
How about this 20 days?
On which he does 15 minus today. You're really saying from a philosophical point of view, 2 weeks is opposed to probation.
Only you, Murdock. Arguing philosophy in criminal court arena.
You started it.
This is cute.
Final offer. Mr. Bradford can have 10 days.
Wow.
Thank you.
He knocked that shit down. Wow. 2/3 off of the original.
Wow.
Even more than 2/3.
Flirt your way
Good
to
grief.
success.
Now what, though? Because every time he seems to have a win, it gets weird.
Yeah, that's true. Uh-oh.
What?
Cops?
Oh.
Oh, no, that guy.
No, just you. Just you there.
Trip him up.
Officer Powell. Thought I recognized that voice. Couldn't have a weak link out there, could you?
What?
Ayala made you look bad, didn't he? Actually, he flat out embarrassed you.
He's goading him.
Oh, gosh. They're going to come after him.
You have yourself a nice day.
He had a family. He had a future. And you took that away from him.
Oh.
He's got the badge?
Can't see this badge, counselor, because I'm blind, but my grandfather wore this badge. My father wore this badge. My brother wears this badge. 4 of my cousins wear this badge. And I don't know nothing about nothing to do with what happened to Hector Ayala.
He's not lying, is he?
Okay.
Here's something that I know.
What? You're still a dick?
Who obstructs an active investigation? That's something that the Bar Association's going to take lightly. That's my meeting. Not to mention some of my more excitable colleagues on the force.
Only you'd have to bring a few more than the last time we met, wouldn't you?
Oh!
Dang! Okay. Them's fighting words.
So he wasn't lying.
No.
Industry. The pride of the working class.
Okay.
If I say Red Hook, what words come to mind?
Raves. Decrepit.
Raves.
This port is a black eye on the face of the city. I'm talking about a complete structural overhaul.
That's not an option.
A total transformation.
Hell yeah. Sir.
You can't just decide something and then speak it into existence.
And why is that, Sheila?
It's called manifestation. Delulu is the Salulu.
Yes, processes. I don't have much use for red tape.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not how it works in this office. These things take time.
Stop telling me no.
Patience.
What's your opinion, Daniel?
Opinions are above his pay grade.
Ooh.
I hear you saying that my plan is improbable, but not impossible.
Yeah.
You're giving me problems. I want solutions.
Hey, there you go.
Where do we start?
I suppose we would need to conduct a feasibility study. land surveys.
It sounds like it's going to take a long time.
The council will want to know that this project is viable.
Yes, let's commission that study.
We can't do that without the council's approval.
Get the council.
Nope. And we can't get their approval until we ask the public advocate to put it on the docket.
There's so
Wow,
much red tape.
so much red tape.
Let's take that step.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
God, there's so much. Can't do this until this, until this, until
Yeah, it's politics, man.
What's happening down here is a bigger problem than you realize. The other bosses will continue to create havoc until one of them ascends or they all die.
So what's the solution?
So let's just kill them all. That sounds like the best option. I don't know.
There is no probation to be had here. This is the best deal you're going to get. So you tell me, how is this not a good job counselor situation?
So you just want to shove my ass into jail and I'm supposed to thank you? Look, I've been jerked around by the system my whole life. Last time I got 30 days, I missed my SSI appointment and they cut my benefits.
Oh.
Shit.
Bad enough trying to live off food stamps, but when they cut it, it takes forever to get that shit back regular.
That's fair.
Just once. I want a dessert. Something that don't taste like crap. Something that tastes real good.
Oof.
I like that shit and it tastes good. And for that, they're willing to spend 5 times more to lock me up than they're willing to spend to feed me.
That's
Yeah,
a fact.
that's a fact.
Wow.
You're right. It don't matter anyway.
Oh my goodness, I never pictured him in this situation.
He looks very comfortable. So cute.
Man, you gotta see this.
Just let it out. Daniel, what?
It was me. I totally screwed up.
Oh, see, I told you. I told you he was going to come back to bite him.
You did this.
It was a mistake. I went out and I
You know what? Just call the schedulers and have them pull a meeting off the calendar now.
Well, at least he owned up right away.
I know.
I was here before you and I was here before Fisk, and I will be here long after you're both gone. I will handle it. Understand? You just keep your mouth shut.
Whoa.
Aww.
Just wonderful.
Well done, children.
It's done.
It's over.
Somebody screwed up.
Leaks happen.
Not in my administration, it doesn't.
Oh, God. Or at least she's not throwing him under the bus.
Where am I?
It's the Latvian Cultural Center. It's on your calendar.
That was so real.
Like, wait, what?
He's being whisked from one thing to the next. Oh, more
my God,
singing.
more. We love this song.
Mayor garbage! Is that it?
What a cut.
Is that your best? I will find out which one of you leaked this. I will find out!
He's going to be like, I did it.
Sir.
There it is.
Everybody out! Out!
I'd be scared. I'd be so scared. I would literally be cacking my pants.
Where'd you think you were going, buddy?
Yeah.
I went out to a club till 4:30, maybe even 5, and I had a couple of... Look, I had a lot to drink.
Stop saying things.
I don't deserve this job. And I never did. So you're right to fire me.
It's like, stop getting mad at yourself on my behalf. That's my job.
I want to say that I'm eternally loyal, forever grateful
you can't
for the
buy that.
opportunity,
Yeah,
and I'll spend
that's
the
right,
rest
you
of my
can't.
life forgetting how badly I screwed it up. Whatever happens to me, I'll do whatever
All
I
right,
can
kid.
from afar to support you and your mayorship.
Yeah.
She's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
This is what? He's like, I see myself in you.
fire
It's fine.
I'll pack my things right
But
away.
I said I'm not gonna fire you.
Yeah.
I've learned that loyalty and courage, two
Valuable.
qualities that are not easily replicated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't deserve to.
Daniel, just shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Stop putting a hat on a hat. Just shut up.
Sorry, sir.
This shot makes him look so big.
In the fullness of time, you'll make a better man. That said, if you ever do anything like that again,
I will.
it will be the last thing that you ever do. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes,
Fully.
sir.
Loud and
Loud and
clear.
It'll never happen again.
What's in her head? What is she
Yeah, I know.
thinking?
She looks scared.
Projector.
Oh, here's the spot.
9mm to the temple, execution style.
Oh.
Shot at extreme close range.
He's trying to find out who did it.
Yep.
There it is. No?
No.
Oh.
So, could it have gone downhill?
I see. No way.
Oh no, in the drain? How are you gonna get down there?
He has his ways.
Let me call Pennywise. Everything floats down here.
Spot on.
That was easy. When you have super acute hearing. Oh, and smell.
Does he know?
But that smells delightful.
Gosh, maybe it was Punisher.
No way.
Well, if the cop had nothing to do with it,
Why would Punisher want to kill White Tiger?
that's the question, isn't it?
What's in here? Oh. There's CCTV. Oh.
He's visiting somebody.
Okay. Okay. Hello, manager. Anyone there? They gone out for lunch? Pee break?
I know you're in.
Okay.
Oh, hey! What's up?
Maybe it wasn't him.
God damn it.
Dang!
What are you doing here? Hey, Ben, good?
Peachy.
Peachy. No niceties. Okay.
What do you want? Client of mine was shot, Frank. Guess whose logo I found on the bullet casing?
Bunch of bullshit fanboys, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it might be.
What's that got to do with me?
Nothing to do with you, right? Silly me.
Yeah, okay.
So you tell me, what's going on, buddy? What are you doing down here? Day after day, just hiding out?
I ain't hiding from shit. You walked in that
Plotting your
door
next
right
kill?
here. You goddamn right.
Great, how's that working?
You want to go out there on the street, have at it. But I do not have time for your candy-ass hero shit.
So who is he focused on?
Sorry to waste your time.
What are those pictures in the background?
I tell you what I think, Red.
Tell me what you think.
I don't think you came here for my help. See, I think you want my permission. You want to get your hands on somebody, huh? You want to hurt them? Maybe a little bit scared.
He sees right through him.
Yep.
It's an interesting take. I like it. But yeah, no, sorry, buddy.
Stop lying to yourself.
That guilt, that shame, that's my home, Red. And I can see it on you. I can smell it on you. It's all over you.
I'm gonna come back another day, Frank. Maybe catch you at a better time.
Yeah, and there's no better time like today. So
You come at me with that horse shit about saving lives. How about that friend of yours? You saved his life.
Oh, that's a sore spot.
You lost him, didn't you, Red?
It's not about him.
Then say his name.
It's not about him.
Ah, for Christ's sake, say his name. Say his name, you coward! Say his name! It's not about him. You hate yourself. He's eating you up because you ain't done a goddamn thing about it.
yeah, I saw that coming.
Oh, God damn it.
It's like, come on, let it out. Let it out, bro.
I apologize.
What are you sorry for?
You're just being honest.
It's not about him.
No.
Say his name then.
It's all about him.
Oh.
Damn.
He talks to you, doesn't he? Hear his voice.
Aww.
Every time I start moving, I still hear my little boy. I see him. And I hear his voice. He says, get him, Daddy. Every last single one of them, get him. That's why I do what I do. That's why he's eating at you, because you know you didn't do a goddamn thing, and it's gonna keep eating at you. It's gonna keep eating and eating and eating. There's no getting away with it, you understand?
Damn.
So what now? Everyday Bullseye goes to the chow hall, eats his slop. You know he gets to breathe the same air that you breathe. You feel good about that?
He got life!
Oh, buddy.
How about old Foggy?
Yeah.
He got life.
Oh.
Damn.
He was the kindest, purest soul I ever met. And guys like you and me, we could work a lifetime and never measure up to his decency. Goodbye, Frank.
That's not the last of him.
No.
That was a great scene, though.
Yeah, it was a really great scene. That was a really great scene. Really great to have Jon Bernthal back. Oh, they're sitting closer now.
Mm-hmm.
So, when Dr. Glenn asked to talk,
She asked if he felt safe with me.
Were you listening?
I assumed. It's what a prudent psychiatrist.
I assumed as my ear was pressed at the door.
and I wasn't lying.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way.
I do. But Wilson, should I?
When I was a boy, I learned by watching my father how to shake a man's hand, how to know when someone intends to cheat you. I learned the power of persuasion, how to move men's minds or break their bodies. But forgiveness,
You didn't learn that.
that wasn't a part of who he was.
Have you forgiven her?
I'm trying. I would like for things to be the way they were.
They won't be.
Oh. Has she forgiven him?
I'm not the same woman I was when you left.
You are something even more extraordinary.
She leveled up. Where are you going, Matt? Is that where he keeps his costume?
Perhaps. Oh, here we go.
Wow. We have a lot of different ones. Oh.
That's a hearty meal.
That's more like it.
Not so modest.
Yeah. What was that, like one asparagus BS? Oh, is this like his secret thing where he's upstairs, he's pretending to be on a diet and everything, but then like he has a secret lair where he comes and
Oh, it's Adam.
does his own thing.
I was told
You think it's
forgiveness
Adam?
is the highest form of love.
Shit.
I wonder, would you agree with that, Adam?
Damn.
Oh, dang. She really went for like a hipster artist.
Well, and that's what he looks like right now.
Oh, okay. For the year.
He's been there for a
year
minute.
of like, okay.
Let me out!
Dang.
That's where we ended, huh?
We're all keeping secrets. No, we haven't ended. Oh, this
Or back
guy.
to this person.
All right. He's not right in the head.
He seems lovely.
Is that blood? They did mention earlier episodes that people are disappearing and no one's doing anything about it. Oh my god. This guy is horrifying.
Well, he seems like a cool person to hang out with.
Oh god.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's definitely setting up an interesting potential new nemesis, I suppose. New villain for Daredevil to take out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How do you feel about finally seeing Daredevil's, his masks? Is that his like secret room?
yeah, no, it feels good. I think, definitely they're showing us that Matt and Fisk are both hiding. They're keeping certain aspects of themselves secret.
Well, to be fair, Fisk didn't kill him. He didn't kill Adam. He's just got him there.
Right.
Awful.
That's an improvement.
Wrong.
Yeah.
But
definitely an improvement.
dude's not dead.
We love seeing a man trying to change for the better.
Yeah. One small step for man. And then Daredevil is slowly finding the hero again.
Right.
You know?
He's training hard. I think the scene that we loved with the Punisher and Daredevil was like so incredible on so many different levels, but he was able to take one look at Matt and be like, I see what you're going through because I've been there and I'm still living that.
Yeah.
And so it totally makes sense as to why Matt is still training and everything, because he feels guilty. It's like, oh, maybe if I had just been training a little bit more, maybe if I'd have been more on top of it, then I could have saved Foggy and this, that, and the other. And so it gives us a really great insight into what's actually going on in his mind, because he doesn't talk about it. As much as I was upset that they took Foggy out in the first episode, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely seeing how that is driving the story forward and like driving his motivations forward, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out that he might be Black Sky.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not coming back, Jaby Koay. It's not happening, okay?
You don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Anything is possible.
I'm
It's
like
all connected.
99.9% sure. I'll leave a 0.1% for error.
Maybe the guy in the white hood is Foggy. You don't know. Anything's possible.
No, that's awful though. But I do love how this show kind of, says things in passing, and then, a few episodes, no one's really talking about it or anything. And you just think, oh, it's just a normal big city New York thing. People do disappear all the time. Like, what's the big deal? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh no, actually, we've got like a crazy, nasty serial killer on the loose who, I don't know, he seems to be making artwork with people's blood. That's gross.
Do you remember the vibe with Game of Thrones season 1 where you kind of forgot that you were watching a show that had magic and dragons and stuff because you were getting lost in the minutia of the politics with all these people, and then it was like, oh wait, there's dragons and like all this stuff, and like White Walkers would show up every once in a blue moon, like season 1.
No, but season 1, the dragons didn't come in until like right at the very end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious about your take with that in mind on the approach here that they've done with Daredevil Born Again, where they kind of took a lot of the superhero stuff out for the most part. It's mostly, courtroom drama and like
I love it.
That stuff. And slowly bringing us back to the thing that you kind of forget the show's doing, which is like, either that the show has, which is like superheroes.
Yeah, no, I really love it because it's much more focused on, like you said, the courtroom drama and just like these people's lives, these characters that we've come to know and love, or at the very least to know and appreciate. Mm-hmm. And so it's just kind of fascinating to see all of the things behind the scenes. Like, I love the stuff with Fisk and Vanessa and their relationship and like how nuanced it all is, and watching this couple kind of maybe try to reconcile. I mean, it's still not 100% there yet, but I feel like that is the direction. Definitely Fisk really, really wants to reconcile with her.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. And I think she's kind of like unsure because she is a different person than the one she was, and she feels deeply betrayed. And I thought that was a lovely moment when she shared like her history with her dad and her mom, and so you get like a better understanding as to why she behaved the way she did, because she didn't want to be like her mom, and she didn't want to break down when the father left, or so she didn't want to break down when Fisk left her. But it's like, did he have a choice, really? He was recovering. He was in jail.
The other thing that she hasn't said yet is, what if you leave again? And expressing a fear if, you might leave again. And maybe that informs some of her reluctance.
Sure.
They haven't outright stated that. My thinking up until just a second ago was, she just feels like she doesn't need him anymore.
I think so. I mean, like, clearly when she was running the business by herself, she didn't need him. She was doing just fine.
Yeah.
And so,
maybe she likes being alpha.
Yeah. And he recognizes that she's definitely leveled up. He's like, oh, you've changed into something more. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't intimidate him,
right.
I feel.
Well, going back to talking about Daredevil and whatnot and the way that the show's going, I forgot how the different superheroes are classified in Marvel, but He's
a street level superhero.
That's the brain. That's the thing I had in my brain was street level is how Daredevil's classified, right?
Yeah.
Like Jessica Jones and
Luke Cage
and all of them.
those guys, yeah.
And so these are street level superheroes, and so we're dealing with street level matters.
Yeah.
Right? Like the guy who is getting more time than necessary just for stealing, like.
Yeah, no,
dessert.
that was just, like eye-opening, mind-blowing, because here we are totally on side with Matt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we, like him, we live a certain life, a certain lifestyle. We're not exposed to the lifestyle that this man in prison is exposed to. And
Mm-hmm.
like the way the system has failed him throughout his entire life. And so, of course, we go, but isn't 10 days in jail better than the 35 days that you were originally going to be given? Like, what's the big deal? You're going to be out within a week, really. And we just don't realize all of the hardships that he has to go through. And then when he explained it, it's like, wow.
You get some perspective.
Yeah, you really do. And
Yeah.
you're just like, wow, I had no idea. I felt really shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that what was curious in my mind is where that was going, because it's been a minute since I've watched the entirety of Daredevil season 1 through 3, right? And so I can't recall too many instances that are just sort of these like little things like that where it's not really part of the greater Daredevil story. It's just a moment that we are focusing in on,
Yeah, I mean,
usually it feels like these small cases are somehow tied to
Yeah.
the larger picture.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that to come up. Maybe it has yet to. I can't see that yet if that's the intention.
I mean, it does seem to be complete and utter BS to go to that level to like try and charge this guy or whatever for stealing a few boxes of, I don't know, popcorn or whatever it was that he was stealing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, why?
Yeah.
But it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's just got like a long rap sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, but is that really his fault?
Yeah.
Because, he's in a situation where he feels like he has to do that.
Right.
I mean, it's a much bigger conversation than, just the show.
Sure.
But it's great that they're kind of putting that in our heads, I think.
Right. I'm just waiting to see if like that's just its own little thing as a moment to kind of educate the audience, or if it's going to tie in somehow. Like it feels like it usually does.
It usually does, yeah.
Where it's like, okay, now you're going to be part of this endeavor over here for some reason. The last thing I want to talk about, I want to circle back to the I feel like the big highlight in this episode, which is the encounter with Daredevil, with Punisher, which confirmed that it wasn't Punisher who did that. I didn't ever think it was Punisher.
No.
I just thought it was like, because all those guys have the skull tattoos, and so I assumed it was sort of like some kind of cop cult thing going on.
Yeah, like maybe they were so inspired by his vigilantism, because he's very different from Daredevil in the sense of he's like, you did wrong.
Yeah.
I will freaking kill you.
Yeah.
No holds barred. And so perhaps they have taken that symbol and co-opted it, and now it's turned into this thing of like, cop justice, like.
Yeah, I mean, this happens all the time in real life.
Yeah.
Where a symbol gets taken and then it transforms into this other thing that was never intended for it. So.
Yeah, because then, it's just a bunch of people who work in law enforcement and are supposed to be enforcing the law, right? But sometimes I would imagine maybe they feel like there's a certain loopholes in the system, people get out, blah, blah, blah. And so they're like, the system doesn't work, so we can take this.
Sure. I mean,
maybe.
The way I see it is it just feels like a bunch of characters informed by rage.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like characters in the pursuit of justice. It feels like people who are angry and are banding together like a gang.
But like maybe they're angry, but they think that what they're doing is justice when in fact it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. But going back to Punisher, I just really like that scene a lot because it feels like he has been going through some shit. Like that was a very lived in situation with Jon Bernthal, you know? Like, it feels like he's been... I don't exactly remember what happened at the end of Punisher season 2.
Me neither.
Yeah. But I just remember he got the dude, and you know, and it was on the merry-go-round. That's the only thing I can recall. And he had a buddy who was like a hacker, you know, in the basement with him. This tall, kind of Russian-looking guy who wasn't Russian. I don't know what he was. But yeah, like I have a vague recollection of what happened in Punisher. And so... Anyway, Jon Bernthal's acting was just so strong. It's like
so good.
Because I, you know, having watched him many times, when he first came on the scene, I wasn't his biggest fan. I was like very on the fence about him. But then as I've watched him since Daredevil season 2 in many things, I'm like, oh, okay, he's really grown on me. And it was fascinating to see him jump back into that character, but an aged, weathered sort of version of that character.
Yeah.
You know, that's an interesting task. And so it makes me wonder how he went about that, you know? Is it one of those things like where it's almost like, you know, how some voiceover artists have just like a voice in their back pocket they can pull out any time, and they have like Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's got an array of voices, right? And so it made me wonder if for him that was just like a character he knows how to summon out of his back pocket any time, and then he's just got to age him up and you know, weather him. You know,
I would imagine perhaps it's something like that, or you know, maybe he just had to like rewatch what he did and then be like, okay,
yeah,
I remember this now. Like it's all there, it's all in your muscle memory, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the more interesting aspect is like, what's he been going through? You know, here he is living. He's the manager at this like decrepit building. He's still got like all his guns and stuff like that. You know, he's still taking medication for you know, his PTSD or whatever it is that he's got. You know, it's just fascinating, and I really feel like The Punisher is one of the best roles that I've seen Jon Bernthal do. He's so fantastic.
Well, what was fascinating about watching that scene, like I could watch it again, you know, just that moment alone. Jon Bernthal really dominated that scene.
Yeah. That's hard to do when you're next to Charlie Cox.
Yeah. I mean, he just stole the scene completely.
Yeah.
And it was fascinating to watch him break Daredevil, break Matt Murdock, who was probably on the teetering cusp of being broken anyway. It just took that person to push him over.
Well, yeah, it was kind of like a tough love therapy session.
Yeah.
And he needed that, but I feel like he needs more of that because he wasn't fully like even right there. You know what I mean? Like he's still holding back so much. And that came out because Punisher knew, like Frank Castle, he knew exactly how to poke him.
Yeah.
Where to poke him to make him break down.
Yeah.
And like when he punched him, I was like, you know, I saw that coming because and I'm pretty sure like he saw that coming too. He knew that he needed to do that, and like he said, it was like the most honest thing that he did because he's holding back all the time. You know, he wants to, and I felt that as well in that scene with the cop in the precinct or whatever when he confronted him, and then he was kind of like, yeah, next time you're gonna have to bring more guys. I was like, that's it. That's what he wants. He wants to fight.
Yeah.
He's dying to, but he's holding it back because he's not supposed to, because he said he wouldn't, when all he wants to do is just like throw a few punches and hurt these bad guys who hurt his friend, or like who he's just so angry.
Yeah. It's just funny to me because like I've heard that Jon Bernthal is one of the nicest guys in real life, but in that scene, he embodies like absolute manliness and masculinity
and pain.
And pain.
So I feel so much pain emanating from him.
Yeah,
when I look at him, I'm like, this man is hurting.
That is the life of a man.
Manliness is pain.
You just swallow that shit down. You keep it moving. No, but like the way he holds himself, he just has such strength to him. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, it's like
the way he like just rushed out as well, the axe and everything.
Yeah. Just everything about him. I'm like, damn, dude. All right, cool.
That's a man.
Yeah. Oh my shit. I'm like, I am completely removed from this, and I'm feeling intimidated by the guy.
Yeah,
you know?
Because he's also really great because he is another one of those guys that kind of is able to hold a sense of like rage and violence constantly bubbling underneath the surface.
Right.
And so, you know, even though he's a really nice guy, or like he might be on your side or whatever, in a similar way that Wilson Fisk has that, it's like you feel like this man could explode on anyone. Hopefully not you in the situation, but you feel like he could just combust.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. The difference between them, though, is that Wilson Fisk feels like a comic book character brought to life in a way that I can buy into, whereas the Punisher just feels like a real dude.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I could see that guy in the street somewhere, and I'd be like, you know what, I'm going to go this way. It's not worth it to go to Ralph's today.
Right,
you know?
right.
Anyway, I had fun, you guys. Hopefully you did too. Thanks so much for hanging. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.